Yeah, she didn't intend to have black hair. I think it's a riot. She just, you know, it was a rainy day. She wasn't paying attention. She had a little language barrier there. She can be very delightful because all these goofy things, you know, seem to happen to this kid.
Love 30 in this game. Sabatini serving. Down 3-4.
Oh, man.
Down the line, out of reach, 15-30. Quick reminder that Sabatini serving into the sun, and it is worse for the right-hander from down there.
This point, though, it really looked as though Monica Seles had the opportunity to dominate. Somewhere in this rally, Seles had a chance to close the net. She'd gotten a good shot, but she didn't. Allowed Sabatini back into the point, and Sabatini had the last word off her forehand.
Two break points for Seles.
Yeah, and technically, this woman is really the most internationally famous Serbian athlete in the world. But again, we keep bringing up she doesn't want to get politically involved in the civil war going on in her nation. In fact, when these two played the Italian Open final, Seles's camp asked that the flag, the Yugoslavian flag, not be raised and that the Yugoslavian national anthem not be played. And it's a tradition before a match that both players' anthems get played. They honored her request. Oh, that's a great shot from way off the court.
So she gets the break to serve. She had a break already, but she has also lost one serve game. 5 games to 3, and Monica Seles will serve here for the first set.
Of course, the civil unrest in Seles's homeland has been going on for months now. Last November, when she was in New York, Sabrina Golish, who used to be the best player in Yugoslavia, had asked Monica to sign a petition against the war in Croatia, and Monica, again, she refused. And I tend to agree with you, Cliff. I feel badly for Seles in this position. She really does consider herself Hungarian, but she's trying very hard now to acquire her U.S. citizenship.
That is wide, 15 low. Well, there are major international sanctions, of course, imposed by the United Nations now on the Yugoslavian government,
and it does affect the team.
Oh yeah, sports, of course,
the
as
team.
well.
You know, the
yeah.
tennis, the Davis Cup,
sure. And
Federation
there were
Cup.
questions about whether she'd be allowed to continue to play here. The French immediately said, of course she would, because she's playing as an individual. And that's the right decision, in my opinion. 15 low. 15 all. Serving for the first set to play Steffi Graf in the final of the French Open. Graf early today over Sanchez Vicario.
Sabatini makes a pretty good approach, a nice high one. Draws sort of an equally high reply from Seles that Sabatini just had to fade away at the net.
Down the line, but she knew it was going there. Another one down the line. She knew that was going there, but wasn't quick enough.
She closes in for the kill well, Monica Seles. She senses when she's hurt somebody, when there's blood. Got Sabatini in a difficult position and just closed hard and fast to find the pass.
So difficult to pick which way she's going in those passing shots too, because her strokes are so unorthodox. Becoming less so because more people are starting to play like her. In fact, I was watching a match out there in an outside court, Mary, and I could not believe it. From a distance, it looked exactly like these two playing out there. One was Wasserman of Belgium. I forget who she was playing now. But it was a dead ringer for these two. So people are starting to kind of copy the style of Monica Seles.
And Akiko Kijimuta, who scared the life out of Seles 2 rounds ago, plays with 2 hands off both sides. It's a very hard ball. And got very close to beating Seles. It was a great fight back from Monica. She was down 4-1. There was rain coming down. Kijimuta had actually asked twice for the rain for a rain stoppage. She was not given it.
There's another Japanese player, Hiraki, actually, that I was talking about. There it is. Monica Seles, 6 games between Monica Seles and Gabriela Sabatini. This is first game, second set. Seles won the first set 6-3. That one is wide, and she obviously thought about questioning it, but decided against it. Monica Seles, when she was a kid, was saying that she thought tennis, even Grand Slam tournaments, were just played between 2 people, Chris and Martina, because that's all she ever got to see.
She didn't even know there was a draw.
More people in the draw.
Yeah, right? Like women's tennis only had 2 people in it. Kenza. A broken string, so Sabatini will switch that around. She is trying desperately, as you can see, to spin in that first serve, not give Seles a look at the second serve, and she's doing a good job about that. But she's had an awful lot of unforced errors. And Seles now has gotten on quite a run. The last 4 games of that first set, Seles won 16 of 21 points. Again, it's as streaky a match as the first one we saw with Graf and Sanchez-Vicario.
15-all.
Turn to Ken. Those rackets, we just heard her playing with the string. She says she never even takes her rackets into her house. She leaves them in the garage. She wants very much to keep her tennis life separate from her personal life, because her father is her coach as well as her parent. She says she just leaves all of her rackets and all of her junk in the garage. Physically cuts it off at the end of the day.
Really? So Gabriela Sabatini wins the first game of the second set. She lost the first 6-3. We'll be back. This is the French Open women's singles semi-final day here. Live coverage from Stade Roland Garros. This is Court Central. You're watching Monica Seles, the #1 player in the world, taking on Gabriela Sabatini. Seles won the first set 6-3. This is early stages of the second set. Gabriela Sabatini leading 1 game to love, and love 15. Cliff Drysdale along with Mary Carrillo. And it has turned out to be, for the moment, and will continue to be, I'm sure, for the duration of this match anyway, a very pleasant day for tennis. There's some breeze, but really nothing that's going to make it unpleasant for the players. Love 30. Love 40. 3 break points for Sabatini. She was the first one to actually break serve in the first set, although Monica Seles had chances before she in fact did. But she was in turn broken twice to lose that first set. saves 1.
Sabatini.
Sabatini breaks. 2 games to love. Second set. She lost the first. You can buy Gabriela Sabatini perfume in Germany. She's one of the most marketable, one of the most recognizable faces in all of the world. They're playing, incidentally, here for $186,000 and some change to get to the final. 372 to win the championship.
All 4 women's semifinalists have been so susceptible, so breakable on serve today, Cliff. Martina Navratilova is in Hilton Head, South Carolina these days, practicing on grass for upcoming Wimbledon. She must be watching this match thinking, boy, I hope they're serving like this in a few weeks. Martina, of course, trying to win her 10th Wimbledon.
Let's see, Sabatini was broken twice in the first set. Monica Seles has been broken twice as well, once in the first and now again in the second.
And Graf and Arantxa Sanchez Vicario had all kinds of problems.
More breaks than holds.
Yeah.
Well, heads up, folks. It is Sabatini who's in trouble now. 3 break points against her serve. Steffi Graf in 3 sets. She lost the first and then came back and won easily the next 2. As for Peter Korda, today, the match that played over 2 days because it was so dark yesterday when they finished up. He won over Cherkasov of Russia. 6-4 in the 4th. Courier and Agassi tomorrow in the semifinals. And you will see Korda and LeConte at 1 p.m. here on ESPN. Break point. Well, it happened in the first set. Looks like a similar story here in the second. It was Sabatini who got the early break, but she was broken back. It's 2 games to 1 now on serve. Second set. Seles, who is the top seed and of course the #1 player in the world, playing Gabriela Sabatini. Seles won the first set 6-3. Sabatini leading 2 games to 1 in the second. We're on serve.
And this match, just like the first women's semifinal, is messy. It really has been. Only 18 winners so far in the match collectively, with 41 unforced errors. And you can see Monica Seles has only lost here once. That was a couple of years ago to Steffi Graf in 3 sets.
This crowd, the 16,500 that fill this place, will be here tomorrow. And they will not be sitting on their hands because in our feature match tomorrow, Henri LeConte of France will take on Peter Korda. $15.30. And Mary, it was probably the most memorable match of the French late last night, with Henri LeConte weaving his magic, down 2 sets, and he came back and won in 5.
It was wonderful. First time a wild card. He needed it because he's ranked 200 in the world. He needed a wild card entry to get in. First time ever a wild card has made his way to the semifinals of the Grand Slam.
Talk about break points. Another set of break points, 2 of them for Gabriela Sabatini at 2 games to 1.
Peter Korda is not going to have too many people cheering for him tomorrow. Another Czech-born male tennis player, did not have himself a really good French. Ivan Lendl losing early to Jaime Alcines. And he jokingly said, I've been seriously considering retiring. A couple of us looked up and he said, well, that's on the good days, because on the bad days, I've been considering suicide. He was only kidding, but hopefully for Lendl, he will put himself together at good-looking Wimbledon.
Break point. It is long. Another break of serve. Only one hold here in the second set. Sabatini leading 3-1, and she will serve. She lost the first set 6-3. There were 3 breaks of serve in the first set as well. 2 of them, of course, against Sabatini. Number 1 and number 3 players in the world battling it out for a place in the final to take on Steffi Graf, who earlier today beat Arantxa Sanchez Vicario. 3-1 Sabatini.
Zero 15.
I've got to correct that, by the way. Jimmy Connors, who was ranked number 174 at the time at the U.S. Open, used a wild card to make his way to the semifinals last September. What a thrill that was.
That is long, so Gabriela Sabatini lost the first point, but leads 30-15 in this game, trying to consolidate a lead. She had a lead in the first set and lost it. She's had a lead in the second, lost it, but she's got the lead again with a break, serving to go up 4-1.
Simple math. An angle begets an angle. Sabatini may have thought that the shot she'd made was good enough, but Monica uses the court left to her and finds an even better shot.
30-all. Break point for Monica Seles, and if she breaks, this will be 4 straight service breaks in the second set. She missed it. The break is serve again. 4th in a row, as I said. So we are back on serve. It's 3-2. Monica Seles will serve after we take on serve. I was going to say no breaks. There have been a lot of breaks. We're on serve here in the second set. 2-3, Seles serving. Seles had to take one hand off the racket just to be able to make contact with that ball. She did. Sabatini forced to put the lob up, and it was an easy overhead.
Yeah, Sabatini actually had time to do a lot more with that forehand of Seles's. she put up a very easy a very easy lob. And Seles did away with it. Again, this is a sloppy match. Those aren't the kind of numbers you want to see. Both players combined have made nearly 50 errors now, and we're still only halfway through the second set. Not a classic match by any stretch. You know what I think part of it is, Cliff? I might be wrong, but in women's tennis these days, the four at the top know that they can all beat each other, and I think that makes them get tight. Sanchez-Vicario knows she can beat Graf. Sabatini knows she can beat Seles, you know? And I think, and vice versa. I mean, Graf knows she can go down or have all these wins, and I think they all get a little bit edgy about it, you know?
It can lead to two things that. First of all, as you say, it is very competitive. But it either leads to becoming tight or it leads to playing great tennis because you have to.
Exactly. Well, unfortunately, it's been tight. It's been A instead of B.
That is long game point, Seles, for her to hold for her first hold of the second set.
Sabatini truly feels that she felt last year she felt she was ready to win this French Open. 1 year later, she feels even more so. But she has not reached the final here in 7 tries.
Oh, yeah, she was waiting for that drop volley. Clean winner, 40-15.
Sabatini did a lot of work just to get to the net. And fortunately for her, once she was there, all she really had to do was hold on to her racket. Because she stayed in position and Seles found the strings for her. Drop volley winner.
Sabatini hanging on in this game. Sabatini has played in Grand Slam finals, never won here. Of course, she has won the US Open Championship, and she played the final of Wimbledon last year and came that close to beating Steffi Graf.
Twice served.
Yeah. Great shot from Gabriela Sabatini, and an even better one from Monica Seles, who not only tracks it down but comes up with a clean, crisp cross-court winner. We're at 3 games all in the second set.
This really was a terrific run for Seles. Again, her game is effortful. She's really got to work hard to make her points, and that's what's so good about Seles. She is, as I've said many times, as tough a match player as there is in the game. Had to go for the winner, Seles, and knew it. 3-all now. Seles knows enough that she has to keep improving her game. She wants to develop her short game. She's been working. Her first serve has improved. I don't think her second really has, but her first is better. And what Chris Evert and Martina Navratilova and Steffi Graf and now Monica are smart enough to know is that when you become #1, you create better opponents. The game you play brings out even better strokes and strategies from those you play. And that is happening to Seles. And again, I think it is why things are pretty competitive right at the